Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. If you always watch our channel, you may know that the news of Chinese chip and US ban. Speaking of what is a vital industry in a contemporary society that puts technology first, I believe everyone has their own answer. However, when it comes to semiconductor chips, their status and role are unquestionable, especially at the moment when communication is becoming more and more developed. The quality and growth rate of various electronic products cannot be separated from the participation of core chips. Whether it is a developed country or a developing country, they will invest enough energy in the field of semiconductor chips to strive for continuous breakthroughs and updates. The important status of semiconductor chips also makes them a competitive weapon among countries. For example, the United States, which has always wanted to occupy the throne of science and technology, also plans to use and pass semiconductor chips to achieve the purpose of sanctioning and restricting China's development when seeing the great benefits it brings to modern industry. As we all know, with the popularization of electronic products, no matter what position or industry you are in, you will have indirect contact with semiconductor chips on a daily basis. For example, the electronic wristband worn on the hand not only surpasses the traditional time-telling function, but also adds more modern software such as testing heart rate, calling and information, and behind all this is the internal chip that plays an important role. Moreover, when launching rockets or spacecraft, it is precisely because of the participation of semiconductor chips that the success rate can be improved. As mentioned earlier, the United States, which has always dreamed of occupying the highlands of science and technology, is also clinging to the development of semiconductor chips, and it is even used as a means of sanctioning and restricting China. So, can the United States really achieve its hegemony goal as it wishes? Before answering this question, the author first takes you to understand the development of the United States in this regard. Friends who have a certain understanding of the development process of semiconductor chips know that the beginning of its market can be said to start from the United States. For this reason, after the United States has a solid foundation and has developed over the years, it has gradually mastered more and more core technologies. Moreover, these core technologies have also led to the birth of many industry giants in the United States, such as Apple, a major mobile phone and computer company, Intel, which is equally outstanding in the notebook field, and Qualcomm, AMD, etc., are all well-known chip companies. Relying on these industry giants and the thriving latecomers, the United States has been able to occupy more than 90% of the global chip market. Of course, such achievements not only brought honor and status to it, but also brought it a very generous profit return. However, the United States did not realize that when it wanted to dominate the chip field and change the rules of the world's chip development repeatedly with itself as the center, the market it was in did not develop as normal as before, but gradually lost the original balance pattern, has caused the participating companies to be negatively affected. Take well-known companies such as Intel as an example. Not only were they forced to cut off large orders due to the chaotic market structure, but their original share was also much smaller. Especially after the United States restricted American companies from selling chips to China, these chip companies also indirectly lost a good partner, roughly estimated, in 1 year. The lost US dollars may be as high as $8 billion. Although the United States has introduced relevant bills and constantly amended the regulations in order to allow itself to get the position it has long aimed at, in fact, it has inadvertently damaged the interests of its own internal enterprises. Damaged. The most obvious is that the sales of mobile phones and personal computers this year have dropped a lot compared to previous years. As a result, there are not so many sales channels for chips that carry electronic products. It is understood that in order to bring the chip sales back to the original level, many companies have begun to lower the prices of the chips they produce. Taking Texas Instruments chips as an example, the original market price was 90 yuan, but now it has directly dropped several times. But will the reality change for the better? I'm afraid not. When many friends see this, they may be confused. The original sales volume has never been so sluggish. Why is there such a change? In fact, not only is global chip sales declining, but China's imports of chips have also continued to decline. For example, in the first few quarters of this year, China's imports of chips have decreased by 60 billion chips. Faced with the fact that chip sales have plummeted, American media commented that the current situation may be because China no longer pays the bill. Of course, this is just a joke, but it also shows from the side that China is constantly improving its self-sufficiency in research and development, and is gradually getting rid of its dependence on chips from other countries. Summary: after multiple rounds of sanctions by the United States, many Chinese companies have also worked harder to improve their technological level, including the semiconductor chips we mentioned in this article. Huawei, Xiaomi, Ali, etc. are all investing in talent and technology, striving to achieve self-sufficiency in products and technologies, as soon as possible, no longer relying on other countries, and will no longer be restricted by the US's checks and balances in the future. Thank you for watching.